It's Saturday, January 6th. My name is Dave Coker, and this is Talking About Finance. And hello there, people. Solid, profit-seeking men and women. Of course, we come together like this to talk about many things, but the single most important thing we talk about is building wealth. And we know the best way, the only way to build wealth is to invest in assets, only in assets that pay us to own them. Dividend-paying stocks, coupon-paying bonds, rental property. Hell, I even still pick up pennies from the street. I'll tell you, it'll be a grim day in England when a 1-pence coin in the gutter with Queen Elizabeth on it isn't worth getting down on your knees to pick up. But now that we agree on the parameters of our mission, getting rich, let's pause and talk about finance. The S&P 500 finished up about 1.52% on the week. 4 sectors finished the week in the green, with healthcare topping the charts at 2.01% on the week. Staples came in flat, and on the other side, 6 sectors finished down on the week, with tech and discretionary posting the largest losses at negative 4.43% and negative 3.46%. respectively. So here we go, 2024, and you guys know I'm the perma bull, but I'm not so sure. Let's talk further about it. The VIX traded up on the week to 13.35, started the week at 12.25. The 10-year note closed the week at 4.04%, up 0.2% on the week, and up 0.2% year to date. Oil closed the week at $73.91, up about 3.2% on the week, and down about 3.2% year to date. So yesterday was Friday, and you know the routine. Oh yes, I bought Bitcoin, but something was different. For the past 2 weeks, I've been having buy-ins of Bitcoin twice a week. Yes. Something is going to happen. And I need to own all the Bitcoin. I'm not happy with buying it every Friday for almost 10 years. I need more. Now let's find out what me and my buddies, some 50 or so finance professionals from all around the planet, talked about all last week. And I apologize for our manners. Let me introduce us. We are Global Wall Street. And between Telegram and our personal networks on LinkedIn and WhatsApp, we know everyone. Absolutely everyone in global finance. And this week we're reporting from Wall Street. We're reporting from Canary Wharf. We're in the city of London. We're reporting from Chicago, and we also have people on the ground in Amsterdam. We have people everywhere, absolutely everywhere that matters. So let's go, guys. 7 slides for 7 days. Hey, you money freaks, you absolute total money freaks. I love you guys. And don't forget it. We can see when people talk about socialism, some people really don't understand what it means. And we're seeing this creeping taxation in the West. And you've got what used to be bastions of free enterprise and bastions of low taxes. I came to England, the taxes were pretty low compared to the States. And now in England, you've got the highest taxes since, for 71 years, allegedly. So a lot of people don't seem to understand when they want free stuff, it's called socialism. And when people demand free stuff, it gets really out of control really quickly. And it's troublesome. Fortunately, this is why the good Lord gave us offshore structures, so we can shelter wealth. In any case, let's move on. And I don't know much about Kiyosaki. Sometimes my ideas get compared to him or he. I don't know what the comparison would be. People mention in the same breath as me, guys, I have no debt at all. I can't imagine having 1.2 billion. I don't believe this story is true, because if he's got 1.2 billion in debt, it means he's got 1.1 or maybe 1 billion in assets, maybe a little bit more than 1.2 billion in assets. I don't believe this story at all. But still, it's indicative of the times. The numbers are getting bigger, the debts are getting bigger, lots of things are getting bigger. Speaking of which, we know from chatting over the past few weeks, Precious metals are soaring. And why? Well, you guys know what's going on. I've mentioned it before and I've written many articles. Google Dave Coker on Google News, enter my name, and you'll see I've written lots of stories about the debasement of currencies in the West and why you need to own tangible, real, physical assets. Of course, one of those is precious metals such as gold and silver. Other things are property, art. There's lots of things you can own that are tangible, that are real. Stocks, as much as I love them for their cash flow generating ability, they ain't real, guys. Don't be fooled. And this ties in with the second thing. We're starting to see this all over the place. We've been going to the same pubs for a long, long time, and I keep a strict budget. At least I track costs. And easily when we go to the Saturday night pub here in town where we live in Dagenham, it costs twice as much as it did 5 years ago. Are we getting a better meal? Well, sorta. I unfortunately ordered some garbage called corn, spelled with a Q, some type of meat food substitute. Oh my God, the worst stuff ever. I couldn't finish it. Oh God, no. But no. Prices are really, really out of control with what's going on. It's really, really bad. And the flip side to that would be putting on my landlord's hat. Rents are soaring. And I never raise rent on a sitting tenant. I've never done that in 20 years of my property business. But I just had a flat up north vacate. Prior tenant was paying $400. The new rent, according to the agent, will be $500. 25%. I had a flat in London that vacated, a little bit over a year and a half ago. Pretty much the same dynamic. That tenant was paying $1,500. When I relisted it, it went for $1,800. Again, at the recommendation of the agents. I don't make up the rules, guys. I do what I can. Still, we're in a new world, and a lot of people don't appreciate what's going on. Now, this is a chart that I've come up with, some articles I've written, and also from the research I sell banks. And here we got the 10-year note, the 10-year Treasury note, and we've also got CPI, the Consumer Price Index. You can call it inflation. Guys, start on the left-hand side. Look at these 3 periods on the left. You'll notice 83 to 90, 91 to 2001, 91 to 2007. You'll notice something really interesting going on. The spread, the difference between the Consumer Price Index inflation and the 10-year note was relatively small. You'll notice when we get to 2009 and 2020, the spread widened. Furthermore, you'll also notice that interest rates cratered. They went directly down, and in some cases they went below zero. This is what I'm calling the era of free money. What a surprise, stocks soared for that decade. It ain't gonna happen again, guys. And here we are now from May 2020 to November 2023, and look at what's going on. My gosh. Inflation is really, really high. Interest rates are rising. They haven't gotten that high yet. The average is still relatively low for the 10-year note, but they're going to rise further. Don't believe what you're hearing from a lot of the pundits on the news and other garbage like that. You're going to see that 10-year note stabilize around where it is now, perhaps even punch higher. These are very, very odd, very historic times. But there is some salvation, guys. Here I've got a chart. This is not my chart, by the way. I'm not sure who did it. You can find it online if you go to CryptoTwit. But you're looking at Bitcoin returns from 2010 to 2023. Now ignore 2010, substantial year. I want you to notice something. If you drop 2010, you'll notice every 4th year is red. So there's 3 green years, a red year, 3 green years, a red year, 3 green years, a red year. Guys, Bitcoin goes up 3 years in a row, it drops, it goes up 3 years in a row, it drops, it goes up 3 years in a row, and it drops. In 2023, we had 158% return. Hopefully you were holding Bitcoin. Not sure if you were. If you weren't, get some religion. Take a look at 2023 where the year started. I was buying every week at that price, even below that price. Look at where it finished. Go backwards in time. Look at these years. In particular, look at the green years. And also, this is why you should never fear, never be afraid about buying during the red years. Look at 2018. I was buying heavily during that time. Where are we now? Think about it, guys. Bitcoin's a long-term holding. You should be focused on buying as much Bitcoin as you can. Don't get silly. Don't do stupid things like sell your home. Don't invest all your paycheck. I don't. Invest whatever you can regularly. Buy and hold Bitcoin and never sell it. And once again, here's our friend Plan B. Lots of time for this guy with his quantitative models, the stock to flow model. We won't focus so much on the exact numbers. We just talked about them in the prior chart. What you need to look at is you need to look at the colors. Red, yellow, green, and especially blue. Look at where we are now. We're in a blue period, accumulation period. Look what happens after the blue. It turns red. Red is good. Red's the color of my hair, guys. Now you know. All right, guys, that's it for this evening. Thank you so much for your time. It's been wonderful chatting with you. You're going to have an awesome week coming up. Buy yourself some Bitcoin. Stocks, meh. Be careful about stocks. Not so sure. You have a wonderful week, guys. Take care.